All right, bro.
Why the fuck?
My bad.
Am I changed?
Um, bro, a lot of us really have to be like open-minded individuals. Is my shit front? A lot of us have to be open-minded individuals because a lot of people be sitting there acting like, oh, damn, acting like they can't take advice from people and whatnot. I will for surely admit that I have times where I don't always soak in all the advice and everything, all the information that I am being told, but I will always understand and see where a person's coming from. I won't like apply it sometimes. But I feel like anybody that does come into our lives or anybody that we does cross paths with is destined. It's all for a reason, it's all for a bigger purpose. That's why something I always stand by is like, oh, everything happens for a reason. Got it tattooed on me. Not even gonna hold. But it's like I feel like everything happens for a reason. We all interact with people and things and whatnot for a reason. There's always a bigger reason. There's always a bigger purpose. And and when it comes to that, it's like you can't be closed minded if you're trying to become successful and whatnot and trying to actually grow and become a better person and things like that. You can't be closed minded in any situation, honestly. You always have to be open minded and be able to understand and take into consideration how somebody else is feeling. Like, um, because being open minded isn't about agreeing with everything, it's about being willing to understand and see where this person is coming from. The world changes fast, people change, life shifts. The ones who grow, the ones who thrive, are the ones who stay open to learning, evolving, to seeing life from more than one angle. You can't be closed minded and you can't see things the same way you're viewing them a couple years ago. If you're just staying closed minded, staying to that same mindset, you're not going to actually grow and mature and develop as a person, as a whole, as an individual. And um, that being said, it's like if you sit and hold a conversation with somebody and whatnot, you can't be ignorant and just not even like truly hear this person out and like see where they're coming from. Take into consideration, be understanding, see where it's coming from, see what's the reasoning on this perspective and whatnot, and either try and apply it in your own ways or just try and use it to like benefit yourself and other person as well, but just use it to sit there and like navigate through life. Like you have to like okay, a lot of people with their mind says they're like, oh, that's just the way that I am. They have a bunch of excuses for the way that they act. I've always been this way. I've always acted this way. Nobody always acts one specific way. Like, yes, we do act a certain way and have certain habits and things like that. Cool, but you can break free from any habit or any thought process or any things that you do in your everyday lives. You can break free from literally anything. Any habits that you currently have now, like, oh, I'm just this way. This is what I do. I just smoke. I just drink. Cool. You could break free from it. Anything can be broken free from. You can free yourself from whatever bad habits or anything that it is that you are wanting to change on. And you just have to actually take the actions and put in the right amount of effort to actually see the results from it. See the results and shit from it. And obviously, it's easier said than done when it comes to being open minded and actually trying to change these bad habits and whatnot. Because it takes time. Everything takes time. You're going to fuck up. You're going to stumble. You're going to fall here and there. It's all a learning process. You're not going to learn on the first go around. It's going to take a few times to go around, boom, and actually get the hang of it and get a better understanding of how to carry yourself and how to handle the situation. But this whole conversation stemmed from this whole topic and everything stemmed from me and my homie Deuce at work. We started talking to one of the new hires. I'm in a truck training them and shit. We just started chilling, chopping it up, cool, whatever. Deuce is a very open-minded, talkative person, take information from anybody, whoever it may be. And we sit there talking, boom, new hires chill. We just sit there in the truck talking about little stuff, whatever. Then like, he's sitting there talking about the stocks and everything to Deuce, talking about it to Kyle. So we just sit there, boom, going back and forth. I'm just listening to the conversation as I'm like moving boxes and shit. He just talking to Kyle, and he's like, yeah, no, like I got in Bitcoin was at like $3. Got in at 3, got out at like 300. So he had bought multiple coins and whatnot. So boom, he was up some profit. But as we all know, as we all should know, Bitcoin's through the roof right now, obviously. So And that's also when it comes to being patient. If he would have held, that $3, hold on, bro. If he would have held that little $3, bro, boom, held on to it, he would have a smooth. Let me see. This is what it's at right now. This is what we at right now. Boom, it's at 102 mil. If he's sitting here, bro, say he said it was at $3, boom, say he bought like 20 of them. 20 of them for $3, cool, whatever. Right now it's at 102,000. He would have been up damn near shit. Low key, I don't know. It would have been fuck around. It would have been some mil. It would have been some millions, bro. That's the only way I could put it. Cause $3, it would have been some mil. It don't even matter. He would have been up millions right now, literally. Like genuinely would have been up millions with no. He would have no problems at all right now when it comes to life whatsoever. And it's like he's sitting there putting this on a game. Like, bro, if you gonna sit there and do something, give it your all. If you have faith in it, bro, just put your all into it. Risk it all. It's okay. You just have to be willing and knowing that you can lose it all, but you're gonna get it back no matter what. And we're just sitting there talking about it, bro. Like, we just sitting there conversating, going back and forth about it. Cool, great conversation. Great conversation. Gave a whole new perspective, and we really like seeing how the options and everything work. Cause he's sitting there talking about how like, oh, somebody had he knows somebody personally that has sold, or he had sold or whatever on some stocks and shit when 9/11 happened. And he's like, oh yeah, and all like, but the thing is like, he knew a guy that was trying to sell, and he was trying to buy what he was selling and whatnot. And it's like, it's literally just options, but it's just more complicated because now you have to actually know everybody that's in tune with the stocks and shit like that, so you can make some form of profit. Instead, now we just use an app, and it's way more convenient. And we're just like, bro, you gotta take advice from anybody. And like, everybody that you do come across in life knows something that you don't know yet, has a perspective that you've never viewed things from, has been through some shit that you've never been through, has been through shit you never thought of. Like, a lot of people in the world go through really some truly crazy shit, and we just never know. Like, there's something else. There's someone's finna get tattooed, but I can't think of it. But like, everybody truly just goes through some crazy shit, and you'll never truly know, ever. And it's like, you can always take in some game from whoever it may be. Being open-minded doesn't mean you're losing yourself. It just means you're gaining perspective. You're widening your perspective. You're gaining a bigger view on life. Excuse me. You can learn from people who think differently, live differently, and believe differently without losing your identity. Excuse me. You're not going to lose your identity by sitting there listening to whatever this person may have to say. Like, me and Deuce are sitting there talking, we're like, bruh, I don't care who it is. I'm listening and taking in whatever game I can possible. Even if I'm a homeless man. Homeless man could have been a millionaire, but just lost it all. Now he finna put me on with game on how to get a meal, how to hold on to, how to sustain it and whatnot. Like, bro, it really don't matter who it is because you don't know who this person was previously before where they currently are now in this moment. And it's like, change is a very uncomfortable thing. A lot of things that we do have to do and handle in life are all going to be very uncomfortable situations and things like that. But it's something that we all have to, we'll have to take on. We'll have to take on change. We'll have to take on growth and all, like, things like that. And most people try and resist it and try and run away from it, but it's inevitable. It has to happen. We all have to grow and change no matter what. Either you're going to grow physically, you're going to grow mentally, or you're going to grow spiritually. Either be in a positive manner or a negative manner, you decide whatever the growth is going to be. It's all up to you on wherever you put your focus and your energy and your time into. So it's like, why not put your time and energy into being open-minded and learning how to adapt instead of fear it and running away from all these conversations that you could be holding and whatnot. Me, I'm a very talkative, I'm a very extroverted person, but when it comes to like new people, I'm very introverted. I'm very shy. I'm very quiet. I don't conversate much. I hold very little conversations. Whenever I'm like in a uncomfortable scenery and I really don't like know this person and things like that. But once I start to get to know them, I'll open up with no problem whatsoever. And that's something I need to start breaking from. I need to start just being more of an extrovert, being myself in environments that I'm not usually comfortable in, that I'm not usually as interactive and things like that. Like, I just gotta be able to take that on for myself because that's what I need to do. I need to learn how to actually communicate and speak my mind and whatnot in environments that I'm not usually as open in, like in uncomfortable environments. But being open minded doesn't mean you're easily swayed. It means you're curious but grounded. You know what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting to figure out, but you just have many questions. You're grounded on your own beliefs and your own religion, whatever the case may be, but you're just curious on what's going on over here. And it's just being flexible but still being focused on your true end goal and your true desires. Like me, I'm Christian, believe in God, everything. But there's nothing wrong with me sitting there asking questions about somebody that's Muslim or somebody that's Buddhist or somebody that's atheist, like on what they believe in and whatnot, things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's being curious. I'm flexible on my beliefs and how I'm feeling and whatnot, but I'm still focused on what I'm truly trying to accomplish and what my end goal truly is. You can't have strong beliefs and still respect someone else's truth. I can have strong beliefs on like all my morals and everything as a Christian and still respect somebody else's beliefs and morals and everything as a Muslim, as an atheist, as whatever the case may be, whatever religion it is. I can still respect that person's truth and also still be strong on my beliefs and understand and know who I am and what I'm wanting to accomplish in my life. And you can stay rooted in who you are while allowing room to grow. Your roots are already growing in different directions. You're not gonna be knocked off balance, but there's still more room for you to grow and sprout out and expand. Like as humans, we really can't fathom on like how long tree roots are until you really see like a big ass tree and their roots run out far as fuck. They're rooted, they're grounded, but there's still room for growth. They're allowing room to grow, and they're finding different avenues and different paths and whatnot for their roots to expand and keep on moving out, so they can grow taller and take in more nutrients and things like that. Taking in more things from the world, same as you can with your personal situations and whatever the case may be. Um, it's just a balance between. It's that balance in your life that does create wisdom and things like that. So, I honestly just feel like everybody should stay open and stay curious. Ask questions. Don't be never shy to ask a question. No question is a bad question. No question is never a bad question. No question is a dumb question. Um, the more you learn, the more you realize there's always more to understand. There's always more to understand. An open mind leads to an open heart, and that's how real peace and growth begins. So remember, you're like a window. Keep it open and let that light in. Let things flow in, flow through, and go back out whenever they need to go back out. You don't need to open up that window and close that window and just try and hold everything in. No, it's okay to let things flow through and whatnot. I love you. God loves you more. Start whatever you currently have now. Be open minded. Be open to criticism and whatever the case may be. Don't sit there and be closed minded and get ignorant and upset with what somebody says to you or what you hear from somebody else. Always take into consideration and stand on your beliefs, but also respect their own truths and what they have going on within their lives. Taking game from anybody, anywhere, no matter what it is. Once I do go get a new router, a little Wi-Fi extender, whatnot, I'm finna start streaming because the Wi-Fi extender I currently have right now is butt. So if you want, bro, this a little Twitch. Hold on. I don't know. Hold on, bro. This the Twitch right here, bro. Y'all can go in a screenshot, go subscribe and whatnot. Finna actually start streaming on there whenever I do get my new router and everything, so everything can run smoothly. All y'all stay smooth, all y'all stay safe, stay prayed up, and keep on pushing, bro. You're doing great, and I'm proud of you.